Beauty and the Beast is the next live-action reboot / retelling of a classic Disney movie. Do I like that Disney isn't being original and is just remaking all of their classic movies? No. Am I the Disney Corporation that is making billions and billions of dollars off of these movies? No. Will I go see these movies anyway? Yes. Did I like Beauty and the Beast? Well, let's find out. Hey guys, what's up? So joining me today for the Beauty and the Beast review is a self-proclaimed Disney expert, Marissa Lopez. Thanks for being here.
Of course.
Alright, so let's just get right into it. I haven't seen the original Beauty and the Beast, or at least I haven't in 23 years. So I'm just going to be reviewing this movie as just a separate entity, and the self-proclaimed Disney expert is going to be comparing it to the old movie. Sound fair?
Fair.
Right off the bat, did you like it?
Yeah, I did. I think it obviously wasn't as good as the original. It was never going to be as good, but it definitely held up. I definitely got chills a couple times when certain songs came on. When the Beast twirled Belle around during Beauty and the Beast, that was a really good moment. There was a really good moment towards the end of Be Our Guest when they kind of like got into their groove. And that was another really good moment for me. So overall, I definitely enjoyed it.
Yeah, I also really liked it as well. I loved the songs, and I mean, it's a remake of an Oscar-winning movie, so it's Oscar-nominated movie.
Oscar-nominated for Best Picture. I think it won Best Animated.
It did win. So yeah, it's an Oscar-winning movie, and yeah, it's still a great classic. It's a tale as old as time, Marissa.
It is.
And
it is.
So the story is timeless. There were a couple things that I didn't enjoy about the movie. First of all, the CGI for the Beast was not very good.
Yeah.
You could tell that it was made on a computer.
Yeah.
I think that sometimes when they were close-ups of the Beast, that it just took me right out of the movie. You know, if they could have spent a couple extra more of those Disney World dollars, you know, it probably would have made it look a little bit better and didn't take me out every time I saw the Beast. Another CGI problem that I had with the movie was that some of the backgrounds in some of the scenes looked really like Phantom Menace fake. So they had practical sets, but then they had green screen background, and some where like the eye line, the eyesight met, they just didn't really work out, and you could totally tell that some of the scenes were really, really fake. Unfortunately, another thing that I didn't like in this movie was Emma Watson. I thought like her acting ability was pretty good, like when she wasn't singing and when she wasn't looking at CGI characters, I thought she was fantastic. But you could tell that she was trying to find a place to look at a green screen or at someone who was not really there at the moment. Like during the times with Beast, like you could tell that her and Beast weren't in the same place. Like she wasn't dancing with Beast during the ballroom scene.
Definitely not.
The Be Our Guest scene, as much as I loved the Be Our Guest scene and it was so much fun, I love that song, it didn't seem like she was actually there. Mm-hmm. You know, as someone who's witnessing all of these inanimate objects come to life and dance around a room, it didn't seem like she was that surprised about it.
Yeah, the one time it had a close-up of her, she just kind of like smiled, like,
and she was like, "This is pretty chill.
That's cool. There's fine plates."
I did really like Dan Stevens as the Beast. I feel like everything about the Beast was pretty much computer animated. I mean, they altered his voice, and I think he was doing the motion capture for it, but his emoting and like how his like face recognition was during the scenes, I thought was pretty on point. I also really, really, really liked Luke Evans and Josh Gad as Gaston and LeFleur. Those guys, their chemistry looked like they were actually like good friends on set, and you could really tell throughout the movie. They were hands down my favorite part of the movie.
Yeah, I think Luke Evans definitely had one of the best singing voices out of everyone in the cast. He was really strong. Obviously, Josh Gad is like a very strong singer, but aside from Josh Gad, who has been on Broadway, Luke Evans was definitely right up there. So in the new version, we do get a little bit more insight into both Belle and the Beast's past. We find out about Belle's mother and about both of the Beast's parents. And I do think that added to the story for me. I don't think it was necessary to have in the animated movie, especially because the way Belle's mother dies is not necessarily for children.
It's pretty dark.
Yeah, so I think that, but I do think that it adds to her character. I also think it adds to the relationship between Belle and the Beast, that they learn about each other's past, because when you're getting to know someone like they are and falling in love like they are, it's very important to understand where someone's coming from and like how they were raised. So I do think that was a really good thing to add to the movie. Another thing that I really liked that they added to the live action version was they gave a little bit more depth to the character of LeFou. And I mean, I think you definitely have to do that when you have someone like Josh Gad playing him. So in the original, LeFou is just kind of a goofball and is always 100% supporting Gaston no matter what. But in this movie, he definitely has like a conscience, and he has times where he's like Gaston, should we be doing this? I don't know if this is right. And I felt like for me that definitely added to the overall film. They added 2 songs from the original soundtrack, Evermore, which the Beast sang, and Days in the Sun, which was just like all of the objects around the castle. I did like the Beast song. I thought it added a little bit to his character, definitely, but the Days in the Sun song, I thought it was fine. I thought it was definitely better than Humans Again, which they added to the re-release of the original animated movie. First of all, Humans Again I just have never really been a fan of. I think it takes you out of the original animated movie. I think that Days in the Sun kind of played that same role that Humans Again does in the animated movie, but it also brought Belle into the song, so I feel like you had that same role of Humans Again, but you also weren't being taken out of the story. Belle was still there, and so I liked it. One thing that kind of bothered me about the new movie was the addition of Stanley Tucci's character as the grand piano. For me, it was just kind of a useless addition. Stanley Tucci had like 2 or 3 lines. He wasn't a part of the plot, and for me, it just like brought up the question of why add that character if he's not gonna really do anything.
Okay, so it's rating time. So Marissa, regardless of how you feel about Stanley Tucci, out of 10 roses, what are you giving Disney's Beauty and the Beast remake?
Just to be clear, I love Stanley Tucci.
I love Stanley Tucci. Who doesn't love Stanley Tucci?
But I would give it 7 roses.
That's not bad. I'm gonna give it 7.5 roses. I really liked this movie, but I thought that the CGI really brings it down a couple pegs. It's just not on par with what Disney should be. And honestly, if they took the CGI from Kong and put it into the Beast, would have brought it up at least a point. Could have been 8.5, 9. That's how good this movie could have been. Thank you everyone for watching. Please like, subscribe, comment below, and why are you making fun of me? This is my video, not yours. You're not invited here next time.
Fine.
Anyway, like, subscribe, comment below. We'll see you next time. Peace.